Good evening. Hope you're all doing okay. Audio check. Can you hear me? I hope so. Yeah. Can you just verify that you can hear me, please? My microphone's got a lot of... Excellent, you can hear me. Right, so tonight we are going to be playing some Southeastern High Speed for TSW2, but we're also going to discuss TSW3, which has a release date of the 6th of September. However, you can pre-order the deluxe edition and the standard edition on PlayStation and Steam, but you can only pre-order the deluxe edition on Xbox at the moment, because Train Sim World 3 will be going to Microsoft Game Pass on the 6th of September when Train Sim World 3 goes live. Now, so let's just talk a little bit about Train Sim World 3 first of all. The weather has been updated, so it's now dynamic. So you can start a route off in glorious sunshine, and you can get halfway through or towards the end, and it can absolutely throw it down. And vice versa. It's dynamic. Now, the dynamic weather applies to all TSW3 content, and it will also apply to any TSW2 content you bring over. There's been updates to lighting in TSW3. However, the improvements to the lighting will only be on TSW3 routes. The TSW3 routes, and this is one of the reasons why I am playing Southeastern High Speed tonight, is because Southeastern High Speed is one of the TSW3 routes, but it has been extended. So the High Speed 1 section, which only used to run to Ebbsfleet, has now been extended all the way down to Ashford International. So you can have a longer high speed run. Also, the North Kent lines have been extended from Gravesend, I think, to run all the way to Dartford. Now, that's not a big stretch of line, but it will add better playability. Also, with Southeastern High Speed, on Train Sim World 2 for the PS4, PS5, Steam, etc., you had to buy the Class 465 locomotive DLC, which is this one. You had to purchase that as an additional piece of content. With Train Sim World 3 and the Southeastern High Speed route for Train Sim World 3, you don't need to buy it. It's already it's there. It's bundled in with it. As is the Class 66, which usually gets added to things anyway. The Class 465, the Class 395 Javelin, that's in there, as is the Class 375. Now, there are obviously going to be new services for the 3 base trains, the Class 375, the 395, and the Class 465. There's going to be more freight available as well, which is a good thing. So currently on the route we only have 8 freight services with the Class 66. However, I believe the number of playable services has now gone up to over 30 with the Class 66. Rail tours using the locomotives from other routes, as you can see at the bottom, the Class 45, the 47, the 66 and the 37. They will also be available as rail tours. There's one more thing. Steam. Now, Train Sim World 2 released the Spirit of Steam route about 3 months ago, which was Crewe to Liverpool Lime Street, with the Class 8F and the Jubilee. In Train Sim World 3, if you own Spirit of Steam, there will be, I think, 2 or 4 rail tours for the Jubilee locomotive, which is brilliant if you know how to drive a steam train. Now, I don't know how to drive a steam train, so I have not purchased Spirit of Steam yet. The good thing about this is everything that they've mentioned about TSW3 so far is also available on PlayStation 4 and the older Xbox Ones, which is great. So everything will be there. All the previous TSW content that you own, with the exception of Northeast Corridor from Train Sim World 2020, everything else will be available, playable in Train Sim World 3. It will have the dynamic weather, but it will not have anything else. So there's no modifications made to the routes, no lighting improvements or anything like that. Now, with the weather and the new system on Train Sim World 3, we have what's called volumetric skies, which means they actually, you can see the cloud level building up. Whereas on the older Train Sim World routes, it's the 2D sky. So yeah, the other 2 routes that are coming to Train Sim World 3 are the US freight route, Cajon Pass, which is California, and the Germany one is a high-speed line, Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel-Würzburg, which includes the ICE-1 high-speed train and the ICE-3 train, which we've now had in 2 routes for Train Sim World 2. We had Köln-Aachen, which was a base route for TSW2, and we also had Munich-Augsburg, which was a DLC. So we have seen that before. And there are also freight runs on Kassel-Würzburg as well. The total length of the line is about 180 kilometers. So it's the longest line available in Train Sim World 3. But the extensions to Southeastern High Speed add about another 30 or 40 miles to it, I believe. And of course the American Cajon Pass, that's going to be a fun one, especially when you've got a 10,000 ton train. So yes. The other thing about Train Sim World 3 I would like to mention is there is a new system called Training Center. Now this is a test. It's basically a test track. If you want if you've forgotten how to control a certain locomotive, like the Class 66 or the ICE-1 or the ICE-3, well, the ICE-1 has never been in the game yet. This is brand new. So if you've forgotten how to drive the ICE3, you can go to the test track and you can do some tutorials. The only tutorials that are not going to be based on the test track are tutorials about signalling systems and safety systems. They will be done on their individual routes, as has always been done. But yes, so there's quite a bit of information about Trains in World 3 so far. And it may be that on the 2nd of September, on release date for TSW3, I do live stream. If I have early access, which I'm hoping I will. But yes. So, hello Edward. How are you doing tonight? Just been discussing Trains in World 3, as you can probably guess. Hence why I'm doing a TSW2 stream tonight with Southeastern High Speed, because Southeastern High Speed is one of the routes for TSW3, but it's been extended. So, I think what we're going to do is just have a quick play around with the Class 465, and then maybe we'll have a short run in the 395 on High Speed 1, and then we'll see what else. I'm not too bad, Edward. I'm looking forward to this. Where does this go? Rainham to Gravesend. Gravesend to Rainham. Right, well, we'll do this one. And look, there you go. Perfect advert there. Trains in World 3. Right. Here we go. Are we ready for this? Have I unlocked the right doors? It would help if I put the reverser key in, wouldn't it? Oops. Day running. Yep, there we go. It's that Orange Blossom Special coming down the railroad network. What's that? Now, bearing in mind that this train has a combined brake and throttle system, so we'll just double check that I put the headlights on and the PIS is showing. Yeah, excellent. Where am I going? Yeah, I'm going to Rainham, so yeah. Right, I have a green signal, so there we go. Whoops. Don't want to get told off for speeding now, do I? Oh, really? Where were you then, Edward? Where did you go? I haven't been out. Oh, it's so easy to accidentally trigger the brakes on this. Now, apparently the audio has been improved on some of the trains as well for TSW3. Can go up to 70 miles an hour. Ooh, long train. Oh, nice. I'm guessing it went through Barnsley then. Oh, look at that. The damn train's got no tail lights on. Oh yeah, and I forgot to play with the safety systems. Sorry about that. I thought I was playing. I thought I had put the safety systems on. Downside is I can't get to the rear cab, so I can't put the tail lights on because they're not remote. So if we actually look, are the tail lights on? Oh, they are on. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, was it a Sprinter or... Ah, here we are at Who Junction. Now, this yard will be even fuller because they've added new types of wagons as well. Yes, well, you see, Edward, by default on TSW, the safety systems are off. Whereas on Train Simulator, they're not. Oh, 195. Never been on a 195. Do they have the caboose for TSW3? Yes, there will be a caboose on the freight. Oh no, I think Clinchfield Railroad's got the caboose. Don't know if there's a caboose on the Cajon Pass. Haven't seen the preview stream yet because they cancelled the preview streams for this week. Oh, perfect. Nice. 195012. Nice. I think I did pretty well with the parking on that one. So yes, this route is going to be in TSW3, but it's updated. Stand clear of the doors, this train is about to depart. Is that Michael Schumacher driving the train? Oh, we've got a 15 miles an hour speed restriction coming up. Yeah. It's been that long since I've been on a train that you know, I haven't been on any of the new ones. Oh yeah, I would like one of the old lamp things from the train, from an old time train. Yes. I was talking to one of my friends last night on video chat, and was talking about me putting the posters up on the wall. And she said, "Oh, you've got train ones?" I was like, "No, I have nothing train related in my house, in my flat." So, yeah. Start slowing down. This is where it gets complicated. Extrude. Oh, and apparently, with the new version of this, there's going to be a nice manoeuvre that you do at Strood. I think it's at Strood anyway. But I'm not going to spoil that. We hopefully will see it when I do the live stream. I think I slowed down too soon. Hopefully we'll see what is meant by this special moves at Strood when I do the live stream on the 2nd. And I probably will stream for quite a while. Has it? What? What do you mean the chat's not been very good at York lately? That's the whole point, Edward. You if you've got something like that, you will usually have a repeater telling you. And if you see an orange signal inside the tunnel, you should always be prepared to stop at the next station. Now here's where the timings are a bit out, because it says I should have arrived at 11:54, but that's not possible because of the speed limit. No matter what you do on the TSW2 version of Southeastern High Speed, you will always be late at some stations. However, that is supposed to have been fixed for the TSW3 version. What do you mean your morning schedules? This is the first stream I've done since what, last week when I did the American Truck Sim stream. And yes, I play that game far too much. Yeah, should have kept my speed up there. Let's just turn my ugly mug off now. I don't know what you meant, Edward, but... Oh, your birthday, yeah. Right. Going to be late into Rochester as well now. Whoops. Bit of speeding there. Yeah, so I'm going to show you something as well. And I really hope they have left it in. Oh look, what do we have there? We have a submarine. In the dockyards. Oops. Little bit of speeding there. So yeah, there's an interesting thing about Southeastern High Speed. It's the fact that the Javelin is dual power modes, so it has third rail and overhead line. Not bad. 54, 55 frames a second. Okay, Edward, mate. See you later, mate. Have a good one. Hopefully you'll be around if I do a TSW3 stream next week. Oh, it'll be Friday if I do. Because that's when the early access is. What, the TSW3 streams? Bearing in mind, if I do stream it whilst it's in early access, I will only have the three routes and the training centre. And maybe Spirit of Steam if I decide to go for that as well. Right, off we go. Leaving Rochester now. We're going to Chatham. Got double yellows. This thing has a speed control on it as well, so you can actually, it's like cruise control. You have to have the regen braking on with it as well. See, I don't normally have the signal marker on the top when I'm playing British routes. I only usually have that on when I'm playing American routes. Or German routes. Now bearing in mind, if I attempt to stream Kassel-Würzburg, I don't know how to use LZB and PZB and all the German safety systems, so I will have to learn that. Into the tunnel. I might actually arrive at this station on time. There is a 10% discount on Steam, PlayStation and Xbox for pre-ordering the deluxe edition of TSW3. Okay, I'm going to be a few seconds late parking at this station, but... That's nice. Apparently, as well, some of the stations have been reworked for TSW3, so a lot of work has actually gone into the new Southeastern High Speed. So it will be interesting. What I will have to do is I'll probably have to maybe record a couple of videos and do a comparison of the two. Off we go. Oh, did I just catch that? Did I just catch that in time? My speed. Double yellows. So yeah, it will definitely be interesting to check out TSW3. I was in two minds whether to buy it on PlayStation like I normally do, or buy it on Steam. But then if I buy it on Steam and do my PC streams, then I wouldn't have the rest of my content. So I'm going to stick with it. Oh yeah, I tell you what, I've been watching a load of American trains rail fan videos on YouTube, and there's quite a few of them that involve the locomotives going up in smoke. So that's very interesting to see. Gillingham is our next station stop. There's another class 465 there in platform 3. Oh, hello! That was not fun! That was not fun! Did you see that? Oops. Wrong button. Yeah, did you see what happened to me as I came into the station? Almost. Luckily they vanished into thin air. That every train driver's nightmare. There were two of them on the just walking along the tracks. They phased out of the train that was on the other platform. I believe this service is terminating at Raynham. Give him a 2 at the level crossing. Yeah, it's just one of those things that happens in TSW. Passengers find their way through things that they're not supposed to. Like, you will get glitches on this game. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There are glitches and there are things that don't work that should work. But to me, it's still enjoyable. It's still playable. So I play it. Same as I play Train Simulator Classic. There's been times when you've been on the stream with me, and like when I did the American one, the Union Pacific one up through the Canadian mountain passes. You saw that sometimes the track was just suspended in midair and there was nothing underneath it, and some of the scenery objects were missing. Okay, you don't get as much of that in TSW, but you do still get some glitches. But it's still an enjoyable game. I enjoy playing it. And so do several others. I mean, to be honest, yeah, to be honest though, what game these days doesn't come out with glitches and bugs? Most games come with glitches and bugs. We're going into Platform 0 at Raynham. I mean, to be fair, I will be honest, I was playing TSW before I started playing Train Simulator Classic. I only started playing Train Simulator Classic about 18 months ago. What was that game then, Dan? Dan, there are games that I've had for many, many years and still not completed. I do need to play Uncharted again at some point. I have never streamed Uncharted. Maybe I should. With Nathan Drake. Oh, Dragon Age. I've never played Dragon Age. Never played it. Hang on, did I arrive on time? Oh, 4 seconds late. You cannot fault me for that. Well, we're here, look. This is Raynham Station. Ooh, here, look. Platform information systems actually tell you when the train is going off world, which is great. Come on, did I get a gold medal for that? Yes! Brilliant. Excellent. Yes, Uncharted is amazing, Dan. I do like it. Originally, I never played them. And when I got my PlayStation 3, that was one of the games that came with it, Uncharted 3. And I never played it for a while. I didn't play it for ages. And then I thought, alright, I'll give it a go. And I loved it. See, games like that aren't normally my thing. But it was good. I enjoyed it. So, let's have another look. Let's play with the Class 395. Let's have a bit of cloud. I'm not going to do a full run in the 395 tonight. I'll go to Ebbsfleet, I'll do the power changeover, and then I'll go one stop after Ebbsfleet on heading towards Chatham and Faversham, and then we'll do that. Yeah. Right. So I want to go from St Pancras to Faversham. See, there will be new services added for these, because obviously they don't all go to Faversham on TSW3. Right. Master key in. Is that the cab light that's on? Nope. Whoa, that is very bright there on my screen. Pantograph is up. Apparently they've for the new version of this as well, they've changed all the lighting so it actually looks better. See, I was never any good at platform games, Dan. Let me just put the put the safety systems on. Oops, I've just opened the other doors. Don't want to do that. Are the doors locked? Are they both doors locked now? I hope so. Did I play Metro? No. So what 395 have we got today? $395018. Why are we not moving? And why are we moving backwards? This isn't funny. And it doesn't help that it's there we go, now I have power. No, I'm not a fan of horror games. I really don't like horror games. I had enough of that with Resident Evil. Like I say, it's been a while since I've played with this locomotive, this train, so I might get things wrong. Nope, didn't play that either. Right, so these are the last lot of signals you will see until Ebbsfleet. And here we are going over the East Coast Main Line now. Oh, okay, I was wrong about the signals. Have I got the headlights on? Yeah, there we go. Up to 200 kilometers an hour. Now, you will notice the speedometer is in kilometers an hour. Oh yeah, I played Metal Gear Solid. I played Metal Gear Solid. And I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 when that was the original one, when that was out. I think was it did Metal Gear Solid have one called Metal Gear Solid World War 2 that was a PlayStation 1 game? I liked that one, if it was. So we can now go up to 225 kilometers an hour now. I know that there was something on the PS1 that had a World War II game, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was good. Right, so I'm being slowed down to 100 kilometers an hour. It's coming to Stratford. And yes, like I said, you will notice the speedometer is in kilometers because we are technically on a European railway here. We are now arriving at Stratford International. Okay, I was 40 seconds late because of that cock up at the start. I don't know what it was then. It wasn't Call of Duty. It wasn't Metal Gear Solid. Medal of Honor, that's it. Medal of Honor. I did quite like Medal of Honor World War II when that was around. Are we at double 395? I think we are, aren't we? 12 cars. Yeah, so we're a double. Stand clear of the doors, this train is now departing. Engage warp speed. Don't like it. I don't like games like that. And not because of the zombies, but because that's not what the game's about. So, yeah, when we come out of the tunnels, there's fencing all the way down the track, down the side, soundproofing, etc. On the TSW3 version, apparently those have been changed because there were complaints about the TSW2 version. Those fences weren't accurate. So, all will be revealed. I'm definitely going to have to do some more streams this week. I heard some passengers got stuck in Eurotunnel earlier this week and had to be evacuated because the train broke down. I'm not going to play with the Electro Star, the 375 tonight, because I've done. I think I've done. Have I done streams with the Electro Star before? I can't remember. Yeah, excellent, Dan. Well, I do thank you for being a loyal viewer. And I know it had been a while since I'd done a TSW stream, so I thought, well, with the upcoming release of TSW3, I thought I might as well do a TSW stream. See, I actually don't mind driving this route. Because it's high speed, and then you get a mix of the low speed as well. Admittedly, on this version of Southeastern High Speed, the high speed section is mostly tunnels. But that's going to change with TSW3 when it runs down to Ashford International. Here we go, coming out of the tunnel now. And these fences were apparently what was wrong with it, and they've all been reworked for TSW3, as has some of the catenary, apparently. Oh, it even has a depot whistle. Nice. Sounds like a little steam train. You can tell it's been a long time since I've played this route. Another javelin passing there. Good solid frames per second. Oh, nice. Yeah. Bit of Ronnie Barker. Classic comedy. Can't beat a bit of classic comedy. Onto the elevated section now. It's been a while since I've seen Porridge. I don't want to spoil anything for TSW3, but apparently when it comes out, there are some ECS moves with the 395s, and you have to do an on-the-move power change at Ebbsfleet. So that'll be interesting. It's complicated enough doing it when you're not moving. Oh, there we have the Queen Elizabeth Crossing, Dartford. Slowing right down now. Make sure I don't bung it into emergency mode when I do it, because it's a pain in the bum to recover from the emergency brake application. Oh, nearly put it into emergency there. It's going to drop to 100, I think, in a minute. Oh, stays at 130. Start slowly braking as we approach Ebbsfleet International. Now, at the moment, on the TSW2 version, you cannot access the lower platforms at Ebbsfleet. With the TSW3 versions, all of the platforms will be accessible. which is a good thing. Now let's see if I can remember how to do the power changeover. Alright, so I want the DC button. And I think I've pressed this one. There we go. Let's just double check. No photograph up there. No photograph up there. Nice. Hi Sid! Been a while since I did this stream, I know. Look, tonight we're doing some Train Sim World 2 in preparation for the release of Train Sim World 3. So you will notice now I have just done a power changeover at Ebbsfleet. So now I'm onto the third rail instead of the overhead catenary. So, and it's a lot slower to accelerate. So we'll go down to the yes it is, yes Sid. This is a United Kingdom Railroad, or railway as we call it here, called Southeastern High Speed. Although this section of the line is not high speed. This is now a standard commuter line. And like I've said, as you can see, the acceleration on third rail is clearly slower. Oh, got a 30 miles an hour speed limit coming up, so start applying some braking. The library on Train Sim World isn't as big as is available with Train Simulator Classic. And I don't have all of the downloadable content installed, because unfortunately with Train Sim World 2 for the PlayStation 5 there is a storage limit. Of 64 gigabytes per DLC. So unfortunately I had more than 64 gig of downloadable content. But Sid, if you would like me to do a stream on Train Sim World with some American routes, I will gladly do that. At the moment I have Sandpatch Grade, I have a Canadian one, I have some freight on Pacific Corridor, and I also have Sherman Hill. So I do have quite a few DLCs available. So I tell you what, well, let me just go to, there was something I forgot to turn off, that. Oh yeah, for Train Sim World, see, there's an American route. That's Clinchfield Railroad. I don't own that yet. Well, for American routes, I have Sherman Hill, Boston Sprinter, and Sandpatch Grade. I don't think, and Oakville Subdivision, which is the Canadian one. Oh, and Peninsula Corridor as well. For the UK, I have Great Western Express with the Class 43 HSTs, the Class 66 Freight, and the Class 166 commuter train. West Cornwall Local, which has the Class 150. Now, as you can see, I haven't played much on this one. You also have the Class 08 Shunter, the Class 47, the Class 101, which is a classic diesel. What else do I have for Britain? London Commuter, which is London to Brighton. Cathcart Circle Line, which is Scotland. Southeastern High Speed, which you see me playing this after tonight. London Underground, using the 1970s tube stock. I can't remember which one it is. East Coast Way, which is Brighton to... where does it go? Let's have a look. Right. Oh yes, I forgot there are two timetables for this because let's just have a look where this goes. Lewis, I think it goes. Oh, Eastbourne. That's where the East Coast one goes. There's only two routes that go to London in Train Sim World 2. Tees Valley Line in the 1980s, which is Darlington to Saltburn, with the Class 101, the Class 37, the Class 20, and the Class 31. Is it the Class 31? I believe it is. Oh, and the Class 20 as well. Nice. And also Northern TransPennine, which runs Leeds to Manchester Victoria. Again, set in the 1980s, so you've got the Class 40, got the Class 40s, the 45s, and let's see what else we have. Class 08, Class 101, and we have the Class 47s as well, which are very nice locomotives. Now, I prefer, I don't normally say this, but I prefer classic diesel traction. So, maybe I should do a bit of the TransPennine routes using the Class 47. Now, it may be that I run it on a freight, I don't know. Because I hate driving the yeah, we don't want a long service. I'll tell you what, we'll have a go with this one, oil, because I don't think there are any passenger. Oh, okay. There are some passenger ones with it. Drive from Huddersfield to Murfield. That's a really short run. So, where's the Staley Bridge? Let's go. We'll do that short one from Staley Bridge with some oil. Now this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Master key on. Reverse it into forwards. Let's put some headlights on. Let's put some instrument lights on. Let's release the brakes. Here we are at Staley Bridge Station. We have a green light. I don't think this train wants to go. I really don't think this train wants to go. Don't want to overcook it. Let's put the AWS on. I think I might need to change the cab for this, so just bear with me. Turn the AWS on. Oh, getting a lot of wheel spin here. Yeah, it's a heavy train, so it's going to take ages to run it. Why is AWS not working? Okay, put that off. Maybe that does it. So let's see how many tons I am. 1,225 tons. Yeah, it does take time. And bearing in mind this is the Pennines, so it's going to be it's going to take a while to get up to speed. I really don't know what's wrong with that AWS. I don't know why it's not working. There we go. And the AWS is working now. No, London. This no, Sid. This particular one runs between Manchester Victoria and Leeds. and it's called the Northern TransPennine route. See, if I even attempt to apply any more power, I'm going to overheat the engine. I'm going to overcook it. Yes, of course I'm back at it. Thank you very much, Mr. Gamer Dude, sir. Yes, I'm just doing a Train Sim World 2 stream because Train Sim World 3 comes out in a week or so. So can you see the bar in the bottom corner, the bottom right corner, that's now turned yellow? That means I've got to be careful. And let me guess, Mr. Gamer Dude, you are going to be streaming Destroy All Humans 2. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Yeah, I noticed you were playing Uncharted the other night, Gamer Dude. Dan, you know he will stream it and you know he'll play it because he's gone for the collector's edition, I believe, of Destroy All Humans 2. See, this might be a very slow ride to Huddersfield because going up a steep hill here, and I am carrying 1,000 tons over 1,000 tons behind me. Wave to the driver! Yeah, so this is a very, very, very slow ride up to Huddersfield. This is about as slow as the American ones, to be fair. The American routes on here mostly involve gradients. So, yes, they are very slow, indeed. Just bear with me. Oi, come here. Get in there. Bloody spiders. Hate the little buggers. No, they haven't, Gamer Dude. I'm hoping that they will do, somebody will do the Wakefield, Westgate, Barnsley, Sheffield route on Train Simulator Classic. I bet you'd like to see that, because I could drive past your old house. I could drive past your old house. All right, this is ridiculously slow. I think it would have been better if I'd have done a passenger route. Apply some more power. Yes, for those of you who don't know who are watching the stream, Gamer Dude is a relative of mine who also streams games through the PlayStation platform. Now, obviously I'm playing this on a PS5 through my PC. Oops, didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. Yeah, it was... Oh yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I really would like to see that added too, because obviously it's our local line. Plus, I'd like them to run it to Huddersfield as well, because the line splits into two at Horbury Junction. So you've got the one that goes off to Barnsley, and then you've got the other one that goes off to Huddersfield and towards the Calder Valley. So I'd want to see both of those bits on the route, because then I'd be able to see where I go and do my train spotting from. It's not so much the going up the hill in this locomotive that's going to be the problem, it's going down the hill at the other side that's going to be the problem. Wonder if that fire alarm test button works. No. Maximum speed 95 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing 95 miles an hour today, folks. This is very much a relaxing drive. little bit more power. Just love the sound of diesels. Yes, I probably would. But they'd all be steam trains. They'd all be steam trains. Now, there are some steam trains in Train Sim World, but yes, you see, down in Train Sim Classic, you can play with Big Boy and some locomotives like that. Although I won't play with them because I don't know how to drive them. As has been evident on some of my gaming streams where I've tried to drive Steam on Train Simulator Classic. It's a good job there's not a timetable on this one. Like, get to Huddersfield by 12 o'clock. I don't think we'd make it. Yes, Dan. I appear to have stopped playing Euro Truck Simulator, and I've just been focusing on the American one. I do not know why, but I find the American one more relaxing. So I've just been playing that. But I do like the American trucks more than I like the European trucks. But I do need to play it because I've got a load of content for Euro Truck. Oh, excuse me a second, folks. I will be back in a few seconds. I'm just going to have to pause the game for a moment. I do apologise for that, folks. Yeah, just had to check something. Yeah, I don't know if Mr. Gamer Dude's still watching the chat or what. I don't know if he is. Sure, if he is, Dan, he'll answer you. Right, so we will shortly be approaching Stanage Tunnel. Or Standedge, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Which takes us under the Pennines. Heh, what are you eating then, Mr. Dude? Mr. Gamer Dude, what are you eating? Let me guess, usual junk. Coming around the corner towards Diggle. Fish and chips. Yummy. I'm guessing they're not from the chip shop then. I'm guessing they're home cooked. Can't beat some fish and chips. Oh, it's there. I wondered where I'd put that. I'm not going round the mountain. I'm going under it. Ah, okay, fair enough. Right, here we go. We are now in Standedge Tunnel. So we'll be in here for a while, folks. Yeah, if I want fish and chips from the chip shop, I go up to Ossett. I go up to Queen's Drive. Gorgeous chips from up there. Gorgeous fish and all. Although it is very expensive for fish and chips now. In fact, it's probably expensive for most takeaways now. Excuse me. We need some tunnel reverb. 60 frames per second, that's pretty good. That would have been a class 101 that just passed us in the dark there. Passenger train. Right, I'm just going to let this thing coast now. Because we've got a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up at the end of the tunnel. Alright, maybe I'll just give it a little bit of juice. No new responses on Twitter. Just have a look on the rail cam. Yeah, nothing on there either. I have not had a Chinese takeaway for a very long time now. Thanks to my obsessive compulsive disorder revolving around contamination and food. A lot of it round our neighbourhoods is Polish or Asian shops as well. Just here we go. Look, we've still got like nearly half a mile, just over half a mile of tunnel left. This has taken ages. Although it's worth it because I'm driving a classic diesel. I do love classic diesels. Might have to do a route with the class 37. Might have to do something with the class 37 next. And here we are. We are now at Tunnel End on Milne Bridge. I've actually walked from the entrance to that tunnel all the way down the canal into Huddersfield itself. I've never had Nepalese food. Yeah. To be fair, I've not. The only real foods I've had, obviously, I've had Italian because it's pizza and pasta. French foods, I've had quite a bit of French food because I've been to France a lot. And British, and obviously Chinese. I think, to be fair though, I think one of my favourite foods is pizza. It's got to be pizza. And I don't mind a steak pie. Slowly creeping towards Huddersfield now. And you will notice that I'm not actually doing the speed limit for the line. Because we're on a down gradient. And I don't want to go too fast because I'll probably mess the braking up. No, I've never had a Nando's either, Aaron, Smeghead and Gamer Dude, so never had a Nando's, never had a TGI Fridays. Obviously I've had McDonald's, but that's long in the past. KFC, Burger King, you know, they're long in the past. Won't ever touch those damn things again. slow her down a bit. Yeah, see, I don't know what all that the hype is with Nando's and stuff like piri piri chicken and stuff like that. Give me sweet and sour chicken any day. Or sweet and sour pork. Sweet and sour pork is yummy. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me at all. It's called shrinkflation, mate. Same with a bar of chocolate. You pay more for less. Here we're going through Slowit. It's not Slaithwaite, it's Slowit. Drop some more brakes on. I've not eaten out anywhere. Yeah, I've not had Greek food either, mate. Not had Greek food either, Dan. I don't like olives. I don't like feta cheese. So I'd be no good living in the blooming Mediterranean, would I? Don't you need a visa to go to places like that now, Dan? Ooh, as I get in some stuttering there. No, I'm not being funny, but a lot of European countries now, if you live in the UK, a lot of the European countries now require visas to visit if you are from the UK. France, Spain, Germany. I know those are three of them that you need a visa for. Yeah, I never said you would get an upset stomach from eating Greek, but it was me that got an upset stomach from eating McDonald's, which kicked off my OCD even more. All right, okay. I didn't see his comment. That's why. I've seen it now, though. .7 miles to Huddersfield. And what have we got here? Class 45. coming the other way. Take the brakes off now. I'm very glad that this route I'm not on a timetable. Because it would be very difficult to stick to. Ugh. I'm not really a fan of shellfish. Don't like crab. I like cod, haddock, plaice, pollock, prawns, and tuna. Don't like salmon. And I've never tried sushi, and I never will try sushi. I used to like mussels as well until I found something out, and that really affected my, exacerbated my food poisoning and OCD stuff. So I don't eat them. Even though I used to eat a load of them when I was in France. Nice. No, carrot cake does not taste like carrots. Speaking of cakes, I've got some Viennese whirls in the cupboard. I do love a good Viennese whirl. See, you can't even see the headlights in the tunnels with these trains. Headlights are pants. Give it some brake. Keep it under 15 miles an hour. Well, I said I'd get to Huddersfield by 12 o'clock. Not far off 12 o'clock. Oh, yes. Black Forest Gatto. I used to love Black Forest Gatto until I ate too much of it one day, and I was only about 6 or 7, I think. And I ruined a part 2 of a 3-part storyline in the Beano comic with Dennis the Menace. I ruined it by throwing up on it because I'd eaten too much Black Forest Gatto. And like I said, I was gutted because it was a 3-part thing. Cheesecake's nice as well. I like cheesecake. Haven't had one for ages, but I like cheesecake. Here we are, arriving into Huddersfield. Yeah, see, we talk about all sorts of random stuff on on these streams. Come on, release the brakes. Why are there passengers sitting in the carriage? When that train is not in service? No, I've never had goulash. Never had goulash. Whoops. I need to move a little bit more. I was trying to go for the nice stop, but I think I put too much brake on. Although I did think that red light was for me, so that's why I probably did it. There we go. What do I get? Do I get a gold for that? Yes. Excellent. Don't know what to do now. Let's go for another route. Maybe an American route. Have I got any American passenger routes? Well, I've got Boston Sprinter. And Peninsula Corridor. Where's Boston? Let's go to Boston. Now there are two locomotives for me to choose here. The Amtrak ACS 64 or the F40PH. Which would we like to see? There are 78 services available with the F40. 78 services available with the cab car, and 25 available with the ACS 64. There is also the special Amtrak anniversary livery with a massive Train Sim World 2 advertisement on the side of it. Let's just see how many. Should we go from Boston to Providence, or should we go from Providence to Boston? Let's go from Boston to Providence with the ACS 64 50th anniversary Amtrak livery with a giant Train Sim World 2 advertisement on the side of it. Right, let's open up the doors. Where's the master key? Oh, there it is. Check. I need to change the brake to passenger. But make sure that put the headlights on. go. Right, so here we are in Boston. The brakes are off. Here we go. There you go, look, see? So we're going from Boston to Boston Back Bay. And no, I haven't got the safety system on because it restricts the speed too quick sometimes. And yes, this train can run up to 125 miles an hour, which I think we will be doing on this route later on. I think I would be too offensive to people if I did, Dan. So the next speed step up is to 15 miles an hour. Just chuck in some dynamic brakes here. Well, at least I think it's dynamic brakes. Go up to 15 now. Go up to 30 miles an hour. Let it cruise in. There's a cab car coming the other way. See, I don't like attempting accents because I feel like I would offend people by doing them. Give it some brake. Drop back on the brakes. think I overshot just a tiny little bit there. Just a smidgen, not too much. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine, but I will not attempt to do accents. Another cab car coming the other way. So they will be the MBTA trains, not the Amtraks. And we're going to shut the doors now. We're going to go. Off we go again. Can go up to 30 miles an hour until we get clear. Now, I don't actually have the safety system on, so I'm not going to get emergency braked or anything, but I still use it as a guideline anyway. Give it some power, and we can go up to 60. Now it's the access is the top one that you can see on the desk there, where it says clear 125. That's access, and the other one that's beeping at me is automatic train control, ATC. And we can now go up to 120 miles an hour. Full throttle. I don't know what station this is. Got to be at the next station, Route 128, by 9:45. Oh, and I did forget to mention one other thing about TSW3. Full timetables that can actually go past midnight, which is brilliant. Oh, and another one, seasonal timetables. So depending on what time of year you choose, some seasons we might have less services, some seasons I might have more services, which is absolutely brilliant. So if there's more services in the summer, it will be reflected. However, if there's less services in the winter, again, it all depends on the time of year you pick, which I think is a fantastic new addition, and we will be seeing how that plays out next week. Yeah, and for anybody else that's watching, I mostly play passenger routes because I like passengers. I like starting and stopping at stations. That's why I don't have a lot of the freight routes. So we have 5 minutes to get to the next station. Like I say, if I do stream TSW3 as part of early access, it will most likely be a live stream when the game has released on early access. So that could be around lunchtime-ish. And it will be good to have a look at the new user interface and all the new things that have been added. Three and a half miles till the next station stop. I mean, I know that there are going to be other people streaming the TSW3 early access, but you know, they've been doing it a long time. But I'm not particularly fussed by it. There are some game channels out there that stream nothing but Train Simulator and Train Sim World. Let's start applying some brakes now. Well, I do thank you for saying that, Dan. Start slowing down. Yeah, sometimes it's also funny when I do things wrong, like when I'm trying to start certain trains or things like that. Are we going to stop in time? I don't think we are. Oh, maybe. Okay, I was a few yards out, but the passengers can still get on. Yeah, I don't try and be something I'm not, Dan. You know what I mean? I don't claim that I have knowledge of certain things, certain locos, certain trains, certain routes, because a lot of the time I don't. I just do it for fun. If I see something wrong, I'm gonna call it out. If I like something, I'm gonna call it out. And as I've said on all my streams, I do it just for fun, not for likes and money and things like that, and fame. So right, where's the next stop? Providence. So we only have one more stop. have a green, so we're not supposed to leave until 16 minutes past. I'm just going to shut the doors anyway. Yeah, yes, Mr. Gamer Dude. I'm not doing it for any of that at all. I do it for fun and enjoyment. Right. Brakes off. Here we go. We're going early, I don't care. Bye! Warp speed! And away it goes. Apparently my ditch lights are still flashing. There we go, they're off now. Speedy little thing, this. What's my warp factor? Well, I've basically put the engines into full thrust, so I don't know. To be fair, I don't even remember what my warp factors were in Star Trek Online. Been a long time since I played that. So right now we are cleared to 125 miles an hour. And we have 28 miles to do in just over 20 minutes. And this train's bouncing like hell. Ah, it put me in a tree. That's the only problem with some routes. You go into the outside cam to do that and it puts you in trees. Now, I believe it's here. Yep. Off to the left there is the Stoughton branch, which is where the MBTA trains go. I mean, the MBTA trains also go to Providence, but the Stoughton branch is only a couple of miles. Now, if I was in a cellar, I'd be able to do 130 miles an hour here. But we're not going to push it. We're only rated to 125. So basically, this train is the equivalent of our Class 91. .5 miles to Boston, to Providence, Rhode Island. We're going through a station here, yeah. Yes, Batman and Rob. Yeah, that was a funny one. Is that when the Reliant broke down and they're running down the street dressed like the Adam West, Batman and Robin? I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've watched that Only Fools and Horses. I might have to watch it on BritBox or something. I think all the seasons are on BritBox. And the special ones they did. I think I remember watching the special where they were supposed to go over the channel and it didn't quite go to plan. "20 miles to go, 17 minutes. What's the FPS like? 60 frames per second. It's because we're out in the open. See, if I was in a Acela high-speed train, I'd be able to go up to 150 miles an hour. But we're only allowed to do 125. But the little red dot on the speedometer in the bottom of the corner will change. See, change to 150. But if I had the safety systems on, it would automatically brake me if I went over 125. It's been a while since I drove this train, so I'm not doing too badly with it. Yeah, when the barman lifts the bar up to come out, and he tries leaning on it, and he falls through it. Yeah, see, we do, like I say, we do talk about a load of random stuff on my streams. TV programs, food, trains, trucks, all sorts of things. "15 miles to go." And they also remember the chandelier one as well, Dan. And they're putting the chandelier up on the ceiling. And it falls down onto the floor and shatters. Yeah, open all hours is good. I do like open all hours. Oh, I did like it when I used to watch it on telly. Nurse Gladys, was it? Yeah. You wouldn't be able to get away with some of the stuff that was in comedies of that era anymore. I didn't watch as much of that. Are you being served? Remember, it's a long time ago since if I'd have seen things like that, it'd be a long time ago. When I was when I was younger. And programs like Dad's Army and Hello Hello and all that kind of thing. Going to be dropping to 110 miles an hour in 2 miles. So the ATC should tell me. Yeah, I know they do. I'll start applying some brakes to drop down to 110 miles an hour. Yep, there we go. The ATC's now told me that I need to drop to 110. And we managed that just in time. And then clearance to go back up to 125. Yeah, Monty Python and Blackadder, yeah. Blackadder with Tony Robinson and Rowan Atkinson. Fawlty Towers, yeah. John Cleese. Right. Going to be dropping to 60 miles an hour. And 1.5 miles. So I'm going to apply some brakes now. Yep, there we go. See, if I was running with the ATC system on correctly, I would have had to have acknowledged it and then put the brakes into suppression mode. But we should slow down in time. And we have a yellow. Uh-oh. Does that mean I've got a red coming up? No, we have a green. There we go. We got to 60. Before I should be. I was going to say that's not another train on there, is it? No, it's just a hut. 4.7 miles to go to Boston, to Providence. We came from Boston. Oh yes, Red Dwarf. Of course. Hence Gamer Dude's hence the alternate name for Mr. Gamer Dude, Smeg. I have a yellow light coming up. And another one. Oh, got a 45-mile-an-hour restriction coming up. And we've got a 30 coming up. Next signal. See, this is the thing with access, it always slows you down too quick. There's a school bus on the side of the road following me. School bus is going faster than me. Unless I've got a junction or something ahead of me, there is no reason why it should be 30 miles an hour here. But it's telling me I'm on approach. Or I'm approaching a signal or something. Let's just see. I mean, I'm 2.3 miles away from the station. And it's saying I can go to 60 in 1.3 miles. That means I'd only be a mile away from the station doing 60 miles an hour. And they're following the in-cab signal, which is what a train driver should be doing. Doesn't tell you how much the distance is between the speed limits either. To 70 again. But that drops to 60 in 0.7 miles. I've been told to drop to 45. Well, we ain't getting there for 8 minutes past, are we? Need to be dropping to 30. Well, I wasn't originally going to do the stream for this long, but and I was only originally going to do talk about TSW3 and Southeastern High Speed, but never mind. I'll just rename the stream afterwards. And here we are approaching Providence. Oh, we're not that late into Providence then. Well, we're 34 seconds late. That's not that bad. That isn't bad at all. To say that we kept getting restricted speed. Yeah, I think I did pretty well with that. So yes, it's going to be interesting to find out how TSW3 runs on the PS5 with the new features. So we will see. Hopefully during early access. But I definitely won't be getting Spirit of Steam. Oh, we got a gold medal for that. Very nice. Almost level 8 on the AACS 64 now. Let's just go and see if I can see how the stats to see how far I've actually driven on the on TSW. Doesn't actually tell me what the best train is. I'm guessing it's going to be the HST. Let's have a look. Where's the HST? Oh, there it is. Yep. Distance travelled in the HST, 642 miles. Let's see how far I've travelled in that. 610 miles in the 166. 110 in that. 0 miles. Oh, yeah, none in that. Just under 200 miles in that. I haven't driven a 363. Didn't know I had it. Whoops. How far have I driven in the Gatwick? Oh, 526 miles. What about the 150? 304. 315 miles. 313. 25 miles. 128 miles. Yeah, see, there's a lot of them I still haven't driven yet. $38 miles on that. 0 miles. Ooh, didn't even realise I'd still got that one installed. Nothing on the LIR. 176 miles in the Class 66. 127 miles in that. 15 miles in that. 62 miles in that. Not driven the chopper yet. 60 miles in the Class 40. Ooh, 180 in the Class 47. 36 miles in that. What have I driven now? 38.38 miles. You can't be. I couldn't do that if I tried. 14 miles. 110 in the 37 rail freight. 40 miles. 153 miles. 20 miles. Yeah, I haven't really driven the Plenishfield ones much. Yeah, so anyway, hopefully I will do some more streams this week. Maybe Truck Sim, some more Train Sim World, maybe, or even just Train Simulator Classic. But we shall see. Anyway, I've been ranting for nearly 2 3/4 hours now. I've been playing for that nearly that amount of time. So I will say good night to you on this Sunday night. And if you are in England and you're watching, I hope you have a great bank holiday Monday. So take care, everyone.